Hi, and welcome to this brief introduction into collections and adding collections to your Shopify store. Now, if you haven't done so already, by all means, feel free to access your Shopify store by going to shopify.com and logging in. Once you log in, you're going to see the main dashboard, and you can access to the left side navigations. I want you to select products. Under products is going to be a sub menu, and you're going to find it right underneath here called collections. And this is actually what's going to actually appear here. Now, collections is essentially just allowing you to group a number of products over here and calling it a specific group, a specific collection, to allow individuals to easily search those products. Give you a good example here. We have a collection line of hoodies, and they all are of solid color. So what we did is we actually created a solid sugary collection over here, and we went ahead and grouped all the products that were of solid colors and stuck them into our solid collections. Now that's right over here. So that way, if someone was to go to our online store and they said, you know what, I want to look at your hoodies, but I don't necessarily want to look at patterns. Maybe I just want a little icon button that says the solid collection, and have that customer actually click that image to gain access to all those items that are just solid colors to make their life easy. Now, it goes without saying that, yes, of course, they can search all the products and go to our filter and then say, okay, what kind of pattern do I want, pattern, non-pattern? But sometimes you want to create collections to sell your products, to pitch specific products, and more importantly, to make the life of your customers a lot easy. Another example of that's a really good example for collections is when you have clothing lines. Sometimes you have summer clothing lines, winter clothing lines, maybe they're very seasonal for spring line, in which case you would create a summer collection, a fall collection, a spring collection, and literally group those products, those items that belong under your summer collection to then create an image on your store that says summer collection, something that they can click and just instantly gain access to all the items that are in your summer collection, making the life a lot easier for them, and more importantly for you to pitch those specific products in that collection. So to create an actual collection, it's really simple. It really is just a matter of clicking this create collection button right up at the top. And once you do that, you obviously have to call your collection something. So let's say that we're creating a summer collection. So we're going to just call it summer collection. Now, whatever title you give it here is what's going to be the physical title that's going to appear on your web page. So keep that in mind. Now, you can add additional descriptions. The description that you actually add here is an additional description that can actually physically appear in your store if you choose to enter in a description. You don't always have to have your web pages show the description, but I'm just letting you know now that you do have that option there if you wanted to add additional description. Now, over here at the right side, you've created a collection, but bear in mind, as I've said, that when it comes to Shopify, there are 3 types of sales channels. The one is your online store. It goes without saying, it's whatever your domain is, .com or .net or whatever it is that you chose. Number 2 is point of sale. That is you basically, if you have a physical store that people are visiting your store and you have the Shopify store set up as a point of sale, that is option number 2. Option number 3 is a buy button feature. Now, when you create a collection, anything that you set here is going to make this collection accessible to these 3 different types of sales channels. So it goes without saying that you want to make sure that all of these 3 options are set up, even if you're not using the collection, if you're not using point of sale. By all means, feel free to keep it checked on, so that way you always have that additional option. Now, over here with the collection type is really saying, well, how do you want to go ahead and add the products to this specific collection? Do you want to do it manually, or do you want to do it existing, automated through match conditions? Again, it's easier just to select manual. Once you select manual, you'll have the option to physically select what products you want to go ahead and be added there yourself. So go ahead and select manual. Down over here, again, Shopify is infamous for creating the search engine metadata for you, or at least asking you to update that. Fill in all this description here, the metadata, the title, and the meta description. So that way you're fully optimized as far as the collection and start appearing on google.com, optimize your website. You even have the ability to go ahead and, if you notice up here, the URL, to customize that URL if you so choose and make it a little different. Here it defaulted to the summer collection, but if you want it to look a little different, you can go ahead and edit it right there if you so choose. Now, with that being said, right over here, you have the ability to add an image to this collection. That's important because if you have an image on the website, or if you want to add this collection via an image, you can still add an image to your website, then attach the collection to that image through your custom theme site designer. You can do that over here, or you can actually just default an image if you want over here. That really is up to you. Now let's go ahead and save this, and it really is that simple, where now you've literally created a collection. If you notice here, it says it's been saved. Nice and easy right over here. Now, if you noticed here, it's going to say, okay, that's nice, you've saved it. And let's go over here, it's going to appear on the list. You can always add the image later if you so choose. But if you noticed here, it doesn't have any products assigned to it. So now you have to physically go in and actually go into this here and actually browse your products, which are over here. And you want to go ahead and select from your products, what are you going to physically have in your summer collection? So let's say we want to say the classic pink is actually in our summer collection, and we're going to go ahead and click add. Now this is officially in our summer collection. Now when it's also going to say, well, how do you want your summer collection sorted? Do you want it sorted newest, oldest, manually, best-selling, or from product titles A to Z or Z to A, or maybe just off the pricing, high to low pricing? It really is at your discretion on how you want it to appear to have that customer experience. So now that we've actually physically added it, maybe you want to view it, in which case you want to click view. And if you notice over here, it's going to show the actual page up at the top right over here, and it's going to show what the physical summer collection is going to look like. As you add more products over here, let's go ahead and add another product. Let's browse our inventory. Let's say that we have the red hoodie in our summer collection. Let's go ahead and view it. Refresh the page. Let's see. Let's view it this way. It's going to show the actual updated web page. So as you see here, as you add items here, it's going to show you what the web page is going to look like. Again, here is the same URL right up at the top as you saw the URL down here. So if people are going to google.com, they happen to come across, because you're optimized, you appear on google.com, they're going to click on this link on google.com, and they're going to automatically come to your web page over here, and you're going to see your product line in your summer collection. It really is that simple. It's a nice little feature for you to customize specific products, group them, and then pitch them to your customers. I look forward to seeing you into the next section.